I'm really hoping that Letitia Wright gets fired from Black Panther 2 for 3 reasons. Why? One, I don't think for myself. I listen to everything the news tells me. Two, I don't believe a woman should have the right to choose what does and doesn't go into her body. And three, I think Black people should be completely content with being owned by the state or whatever business they work for. Welcome to Escaping the Echo Chamber. That's how a lot of these idiots sound to me, because that's essentially what they're saying. So there are reports that at least there were reports that Letitia Wright had gotten fired from Black Panther 2. The reports coming out now appear to say that that's not the case. I'm still holding my breath because somebody was behind this campaign. You see, the simple fact is, for months, if not for at least a year, there's been a campaign to demonize Letitia Wright because she allegedly said some stuff that didn't fit the orthodoxy. She said some stuff about what she chooses to put into her own body, and some people took that personally. Where we're at right now is there are so many people who will claim to believe in a woman's right to choose. That my body, my choice. Keep your laws off my body. And in the very next breath, your health stops when you affect other people, ignoring the fact that just somebody choosing to remain in a certain state doesn't mean that they actually have the capability to hurt someone else. There are conditions that must first be met. And we're not even going to go into that because even social media companies are being very stringent on the information that is allowed on certain topics. So we'll keep this on the policy. We'll keep this on the ethics. We'll keep this on the morals of thinking that the government or a private company can tell you what you can or cannot or must put into your body. The interesting thing is I'm reminded of a poll that was done about earlier this year where Democrats were asked questions about a certain condition. And despite the fact that they claim to believe in science, their opinions on this were so far removed from the actual reality of what the science was saying. That's kind of ironic. But these are people who watch the news and just go without listening to detail, will go with narratives and do no research whatsoever. These are also the same people who will criticize people who profess to do their own research. They will actually get mad at people, and say stuff like, oh, do you have a medical degree? As if you need a medical degree to read and comprehend. But that's where we're at right now. Additionally, you have people who will claim to support women's rights to choose, who will claim that government shouldn't be making laws that deprive a woman of her right to make choices of her own body. And those same people will get to Letitia Wright and start condemning her for making choices for her own body, despite the fact that they just finished saying a woman should be able to choose what she does with her body. I guess it depends on the woman. Interestingly enough, I look at it under the lens of living in a country where Black people once were considered the property of other people. I take that kind of seriously. So when you have private businesses or even the government acting as if Black people are their property and they have a right to determine what goes into a Black person's body, I tend to take issue with that. Because, hey, that's just me. I actually believe that Black people should not be anybody else's property and that as a Black person, I own me. That's what I believe. Some of these people obviously feel otherwise. Some of these people who will pretend to actually care about Black issues and Black freedom will then berate Black people for making choices for their own bodies that go against what the government or what some private company, in this case Marvel or Disney, want for them. It's kind of hard to take these people seriously, and it's definitely hard to see these people as being anything other than tools of the establishment. But hey, that's just me. As always, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Or if you think that Black people are the property of the company they work for, feel free to give me the thumbs down. State why in the comment section. I'll see you next time.